Force, and his father worked for Thomas's products. During football season, he would have Thomas's muffins delivered to the school, so we would have that for breakfast on Saturday mornings. Now, this is unheard of when you think about it, but he would bring food and we'd eat like hogs, and you know how kids can eat. And it was just another plus in the relationship between the parents and the players and the coaches.
Well, that's what about Saturday, because we used to have the big breakfasts. We used to you change from and everything, and that was something where the parent, I guess, as I remember, parents would come in and cook for us, right?
Oh, sure.
Stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
where did that start and everything? Because it shifted where now we're not talking somebody bringing in Thomas's, we're talking about, we'd have, bacon and eggs and.
Well, we did
Well-
that too. The kitchen was very agreeable. What was his name?
Well, Joe Dominguez, Gary,
Gary's,
Irma,
Irma.
the mother was, she had a
did
son
that.
who played, Gary.
And then
and-
the boosters, mostly mothers, wanted to be involved, and so breakfast for the players. So in we'd go at 7 o'clock and start making the pancakes, and then the fathers helped too. It was wonderful. It was a nice start to Saturday's game.
tell me
Here's a
about it.
true story now about, which is related to this. The first time we played DePaul High School was in 1975. Am I right, Tony?
You're right,
75.
year after us.
All right. The game was scheduled for Saturday. Well, it rained Saturday. We had breakfast, but it rained, so the game was postponed. Sunday, rained again. Postponed again. We had breakfast again. Monday, same thing. So it's 3 days in a row it was rained out, and the 3 additional breakfasts we had. Finally, on Tuesday, we played the game at Wayne Hills High School. And DePaul had people like Tom Vigorito, who played with the Dolphins, and Vito Cab, who played with somebody, I don't know. Anyway, and we had our little guys who really liked to play. And we won that day, and I'll never forget that. Yeah. That was a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, and what you said, they were little, because that was my whole point. You came from a big team
Right.
to a little team.
Yeah.
So you had to change everything from
They
that point.
They liked to play.
Yeah.
Here's a true story, which we probably shouldn't state this.
If you want me to try, I mean, I'll either leave it off or we'll do whatever.
Jack Becker got on the bus after the win and congratulated the kids and so forth. They said, for the job you did, no class tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
That's unheard of. So we had no classes.
And you didn't have breakfast, though.
No, we're fresh out of food. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good.
Okay, we start with the camp now.
Okay.
The kids who were freshmen in high school that first year I was the head coach, they were freshmen, and Jerry Crean and Danny Hufflinger coached them. And they had a very good season. And the big thing is there were a lot of numbers. We had 40-some kids on the freshman team that year. 40-some kids is unheard of in a small school like that. So, and we managed to keep probably 35 of them through the 4 years. So now it was, we're getting ready for their senior year. We had been 7-1, 7-1 the previous year. And the kids obviously wanted to be 9-0. So we decided, what can we do extra? So Chuck Essex and I decided to take a ride to Pennsylvania. I had heard about a camp who the owner was a science teacher at Verona High School, as luck would have it. And we went up to Camp Watonka we looked around, we think, well, it's not the Yankee Stadium or anything like that, but it's a field that we could practice on. So we decided to run a fundraiser, selling calendars, as I remember, and we went to camp. We brought like 50-some kids to camp. We had a couple bus loads. Jerry obviously drove one bus. I can't remember who drove the other, but we went to camp, and it was you knew that it was the beginning of something big, because the kids were so enthusiastic about it, being away from the parents, and getting ready to play football. We ran this is a little addition. We ran a little conditioning session to start the session, and most of the kids had worked out during that summer at the high school and in the gym and so forth. But a few of the kids were away and we never saw them. One of them was Bob Buckley, who his father and I played baseball together at Montclair State years and years ago. And Bob had a place on Long Beach Island. In fact, I think he still has it. Anyway, young Bob, when we started the sprinting, the kids were saying, Buckley's not going to be in shape. He hasn't done anything all summer long. Well, we started to run, and Bob put him in his back. He beat everyone on the team because he was in such great shape. Now, unfortunately, young Bobby passed away. Stop.